Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Jazzy, the Video Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing another Throwback Thursday. Basically, this week is what I got stoned and watched last night for your pleasure, and I'm going to talk about it. American Pie, directed by Paul Weitz, starring Jason Biggs, Chris Klein, Thomas Ian Nicholas, Sean William Scott. Four teenage boys enter a pact to lose their virginity by prom night. Eddie K. Thomas Finch is part of that four. I don't know why he's not part of the top four in the booking, but we also have Tara Reid, Natasha Lyonne in this, Eugene Levy, Allison Hannigan, Shannon Elizabeth, Jennifer Coolidge. I mean, honestly, there's so many more people that it is crazy how young a lot of them look in this movie. It came out July 9th of 1999, had a budget of 11 million, had an opening of 18.7 million. So right there, you just know it's like a rocket of success. You can see the sequel going to be made right here with a gross of $235.4 million. That's fucking crazy amount of money for an $11 million budget. I don't even think that movies today would be so happy to get that. I mean, the lasting power of this movie and the craziness of everything involved with this movie. This is so wild. I read an article like things like this movie was problematic today for the younger viewers, which I can probably understand because a lot of it's just sex jokes and a lot of it male humor like that. But back in the day, this was the top of the line comedy. It was so funny. I think I would have been what sixth grade, maybe seventh grade when this came out, and we still found ways to watch it. I know most of the class that I was with watched it, so it got around. Probably a lot of the original jokes when I first watched it, I went by, but as I watched it later on in life, and I got some of them. I got even some more earlier. Saw a couple of Easter eggs I'd never seen before in this movie. We basically open up with Jim, or no, that's not even Jim. It's at a party, right? How do we? Yeah, it's at a party, and we meet. What's his face? We meet. So bad. I just watched this movie too. We meet Thomas Ian Nicholas and Tara Reid, and they're in the bedroom together. And then we see Stifler. Like, I'm trying to think if him fucking the pie is before that or whatever. But I mean, he fucks a pie in this. I'm not even gonna go through it because I can't. Whatever. I just watched a goddamn movie. I can't remember how it went. God damn. You think I remember something like that, but it is good. We hit like the original viral moment here with Shannon Elizabeth and him as well, as he not only goes once but twice in like less than a 2 minute time span with Shannon Elizabeth on his bed. There's so many good like gags and parodies that just so like I didn't realize how much of teenage movies stole from um, American Pie here and how funny like just some of the stuff is. But yeah, so since back to school, I thought we'd go with some back to school movies, and the first one we went here with was American Pie. The second movie here is Old School, directed by Todd Phillips, starring Luke Wilson, Vince Vaughn, Will Ferrell, and Jeremy Piven. Three friends attempt to recapture their glory days by opening a fraternity near their alma mater. So many people are in this movie. I'm just going to list like a couple of them just to kind of highlights, especially at the time. Julia Lewis, Leah Remini, Alicia Cuthbert, Sean William Scott, Artie Lang, Brian Callen, who's famous today, Snoop Dogg, and Simon Helberg from Big Bang Theory, Rob Corddry, and Craig Kilborn as the bad guy. It came out February 21st, 2023, had a budget of $24 million, had an opening of $17.4 million, and a gross of $87.1 million altogether. That's pretty good. It's like six times its budget. Um, I don't know why we never got a second or a sequel to this. I think there's probably some funny ways we could have did a sequel like 10 years ago. I think it'd be a little bit too far along the lines here. Jeremy Piven's great as the bad guy. I mean, Luke Wilson's solid here. There's so many good gags, so many funny people. Like Rob Corddry and Brian Callen kind of spawning those guys. It's crazy to think in 2003. Plus Simon Helberg from Big Bang Theory is one of the students. And then we got Blue, who of course our Blue is our boy forever. There's so many cool gags here. We start off with him leaving his work conference early to go home and surprise his wife, who is being gang banged, and Todd Phillips actually part of the gang bang crew there in the beginning there. So Todd Phillips, who would go on to also make The Hangovers and other comedies today. Just so I mean, he had it in him. There's a lot of funny things Todd Phillips can do. Um, and then we see him at the wedding where Vince Vaughn is telling Will Ferrell not to do it, and like just talking a bunch of shit about marriage the whole time because he's married to Leah Remini, for a long time. Kind of just that middle-aged guy who's getting rid of, who's getting not even middle-aged, like a 30-year-old guy who just kind of gets sick of the same thing all the time. Which leads to Luke Wilson eventually having to buy a house because he's getting divorced and stuff like this. And when he does that, Vince Vaughn finds it a prime spot there at a party and set up a whole fraternity thing. I mean, he's had a better light show than Kiss at a house party for a college campus and brought in Snoop Dogg and all them people. So he was hooking it up right there. That would have been an awesome spot there for a while. And then, of course, eventually Jeremy Piven comes in and tries to take the party down. I mean, this movie is a classic. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's on all platforms right now, especially with school about to start up. It's so funny. There's so many good parts of this movie. There's just so many memorable parts too. The earmuffs, so much stuff. So definitely watch it. It's old school, directed by Todd Phillips. And finally, the last one here is The New Guy, directed by Ed Decter, starring DJ Qualls, Lyles Lovett, Eliza Dushku, and Zoe Deschanel. A high school senior, Brandon Uncool, in the ninth grade, gets himself expelled, so he changes the image to cool kid at the town's other school. A lot of unknown people here, but there's Eddie Griffin, Horatio Sands, Tony Hawk plays a part in here, Henry Rollins. Came out May 10th, 2022, at a budget of $13 million, at opening $9 million, and it grossed $31.1 million. I honestly remember this movie when it came out. I would have been a little bit older and finally watched it. It was a PG-13 movie too, on top of it, so this is the one of the PG-13, and I find it funny. I think it has a little cult following. I think there's a lot of good gags in here. With the school guidance counselor and Lyle Lovett, and then Eliza Dushku was good, and the Zoe Deschanel. Some crazy to see her at a young age there. The funk group with the all white people in there. Zach Melrod, who's also in uh, Old School as well, is in this. So you gotta get a lot of transparency in actors and switching into comedies this time because Sean William Scott and American Pie and all that other stuff. I mean, if you have never seen New Guy, I suggest watching. It's a quick watch, like hour 25 minutes. It's on I believe Netflix, or no, I think I watched it on Stars maybe. I'm not really positive. I can't remember. I think this is an oddball one. The two were on Netflix. This was on Stars stream program, but it is worth the watch. I remember watching it back on Stars in the day when they had the 5 movie a week, and you'd watch it like 3 times throughout the week because you just basically had nothing to do or you'd be up late. Um, and that was usually during the summertime too, not during school time. So I do remember this movie. I did enjoy it. I still enjoy it. I thought it was very funny. There's a lot of good gags in this. I thought there'd be a lot more famous people in here than there were, though, like the other two, but it happens. Had a pretty good, decent gross on the box office and had a good budget. So yeah, I can definitely see why this one never had like a sequel to it or like a run up to it. But it would be cool to get like a reboot with like a nerdy kind of kid, like oh man, I can't even think of anyone nowadays. It's someone that kind of nerdy. Maybe that new kid that Netflix is trying to pop off with, that was in How to Train Your Dragon and stuff. Make him a little nerd and then kind of have some hot chicks around him and turn his whole life around in high school or something. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But that is The New Guy, directed by Ed Decter. And then the box office for this week of 8/1 or August 1st to August 3rd. Fantastic Four is still the #1 movie. Although it did have a crazy drop off. We haven't seen drop off like this. Usually around 50%. This is around like 70%. Went from 119 million to 38.7 million dollars this weekend. A total of 201.7 million. So maybe people were watching it during the week. Interesting that I kind of got that kind of drop off here. I don't. I would explain it in one way, is I think that the Marvel people that are going to be like loyal and want to watch the Marvel movies all the time in theaters, they're going to go the first week because they don't want the spoilers, and then you're not going to get much of a crowd after that. I can kind of explain it maybe. Not sure. The bad guy, it's a bigger drop than even American Troll. Yeah, the American Captain America one earlier this year, and Thunderbolt. So that's just crazy, and Superman. So it's crazy how big of a drop that was. The Bad Guys 2 weekend 22 million. That's the #1 new movie of the week, I guess. It's a family movie. I think I watched Bad Guys. I'd not probably watch Bad Guys 2 when it comes out on Peacock or whatever. It was funny. The Naked Gun, which is what we saw, I said it was gonna be about 20 million or so. That's 16.8. So we'll under what I thought it would be at. It makes sense. It's a good comedy, solid comedy. Like I said, C plus. I think I gave it. It's just it is what it is, and won't be more than what you think it's gonna be. Superman had a weekend of a 13.7. It's at 317.9 million. I'm sure it's getting close to beating Man of Steel in some parts of the world here. And then the news we have, King of the Hill came out August 4th. Watch that. New South Parks are out. Watch those. This will be the first time that we'll have new King of the Hill, new South Park, new Futurama, and new something else, Simpsons maybe, all in one calendar year. So, in like 15, 20 years. So, interesting times we're living in here, with the animation domination coming back from Fox. I'd suggest checking out King of the Hill. I did watch the first couple episodes. I thought they were hilarious. I thought the first episode of South Park was hilarious. I'm not going to see the second episode because we have recording now and the second episode's playing. So I will be watching the second episode soon. Um, and I believe that Batman 2's in post pre-production. So that means that they are getting ready to make that movie, which is awesome that we're going to get it, even though it's not going to be part of the DCU story part. We're still going to get two Batmans, but we're just going to live in this world that we live in. So that's what we got. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comments section. And see you next time in the cave.